Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. So for you guys today, I have a video that I am very excited to film for you guys, because in today's video, we are going to be testing out a $1 foundation. Okay, $1. If you guys don't know me, hi, my name is Shanna. I love Dollar Tree, I love makeup, and I love yarn. So the fact that I love makeup means that if I can get it for cheap, I want it for cheap, and I want it to be good. So I decided to test out the AOA Studio A+ foundation. This is $1.88 on their website, shopmissae.com. When you buy this, the 88 cents does go to a charity, an education charity, thus like the A+ foundation thing. So you are essentially like really only paying $1. Like Shop Miss A is only going to keep $1 of the money that they're charging you. No, I am not affiliated with them. If you guys have watched any of my other videos, you just know that I really like their makeup. It's good stuff for $1. And just to give like a general description of this, it says it's a buildable satin foundation. There is 0.64 fluid ounces in this, so it is a little less than a standard size foundation. Okay, and just to give everybody like a general idea, this is the Milani Conceal and Perfect in Vanilla. This is the Shop Miss A. So there is quite a bit of like size difference. You're missing almost a ½ ounce. Which, I mean, I understand because it is only $1, but at the same time, their BB cream, their Conceal and Protect BB cream is a full fluid ounce. Or not Conceal and Perfect. Their Perfect BB cream is also a fluid ounce, and it's just in like a squeezy tube. So I'm kind of debating if I like the packaging or not on this, because it is, you know, solid glass with like a dropper thing. But I think if they had gone for like a squeezy tube or maybe like a plastic bottle, they might have been able to give a little bit more in the amount that you're getting. So just before we get started like actually testing this foundation, I do want to tell you guys what I did to my face, because I don't wear primer ever. My skin just sucks it in and eats it, and then I break out really bad, so I just don't wear primer. So before I'm going to put the foundation on, what I did was I used the Neutrogena Pore Refining Cleanser, and then I used and then I rinsed it off, and then I used the Tula pH 10% glycolic acid resurfacing toner, gel toner, and then I used the Dr. Andrew Wells for Origins Mega Mushroom Resilience and Relief Serum, and then I used the Origins Energy Boosting moisturizer, ginseng moisturizer, and that stuff smells so good. So with that being said, let's actually get started into the testing part of this video. Okay, so as I already mentioned, I'm not wearing any primer, so this is what my skin looks like, or my face looks like before foundation. I know you guys can shield your eyes, it's not very pleasing. And then for the actual foundation part of it, the shades that I got are Porcelain, or no, this one is Sand. I got Sand, and then I got Porcelain, and they have, I believe it's 15 shades of foundation, and they have 5 in each category, so they have like 5 light tones, they have 5 medium tones, and they have 5 deeper, darker, tones. So I'm just going to do some mixing, and if you guys see me look down, or wonder what that is, it's just the mirror that I have right here, so I can see what I am doing. Okay. So that is Porcelain. And I didn't even use like a full dropper thing, just because I want to see how much I can get away with. And then this is very runny. That darker shade is Sand. And I am going to be using one of their beauty sponges. So let's just mix It's not bad. Let's just do this for right now. Oops. Okay, so right off the bat, this is sheer. Like, even where I put a lot on, like, on my forehead, you can still see all the little blackheads and everything that I have on there. So let's do some more. And I am going to be using, like, that's how much comes out with a full dropper. So let's just say that's a pump. And that is a pump. So right now we're probably at, if I use this all, it's going to be pretty evenly 3 pumps. So they weren't lying about the fact that it does build, and it builds pretty good, I would say. Like, I have a lot of acne, so it's not, I don't think, going to cover all of it, but it definitely softened it. Like, it really, really softened it quite a bit. But first impressions of it, it is like an oilier finish foundation. I don't know if you guys can see it, but like looking in the mirror right now, it feels oily. It looks like it's pretty oil based. So I would be aware of that if you are going to purchase this. And I did use like essentially 3 pumps to get it to this level of coverage, and you guys can still see like I have that big zit right there. Like, I wasn't expecting it to cover that, so I think he's a monster. But then I have like this little breakout right here, and I have some right here and right here. Pretty much my whole face is a zit. So it definitely like softened the appearance of them. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go off camera and do like my concealer, powder, come back on and see how that looks after that, and give you my opinion of it. So I'll be right back. Good. Okay. So I just got done putting on my powder, which I did use my powder and concealer. I used the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind in the shade Ivory to do some like spot concealing. Some, because it didn't really do too much. And then I used the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define concealer in C1 for like underneath my eyes to make them a little bit brighter. And then for my powder, I don't set with a loose powder just because I have got such like stinking crepey under eyes, like wrinkly under eyes, that it sticks really bad and I can't get it all out, and then I end up looking cakey. So for under my eyes, I used the AOA Studio Perfect Finishing Pressed Powder in the shade Translucent. This is what that looks like. You guys can see, like, I'm almost about ready to hit pan on that. And then I used the Rimmel London Stay Matte Pressed Powder in the shade 003. And I like this powder because it does add some extra coverage as well. But I use this all over my face, and I just use the translucent for under my eyes. And then for my brush that I used the Kokie 616. This is technically a foundation brush, but I think it's wonderful for a powder brush as well. And I will say that, like, even when I lean really close to the camera, excuse me, you guys can see my pores right here. You guys can see, like, the pimples right there. You can see the texture on my nose really bad, like, especially on the end. And then you guys can see the pores over here as well. And I don't normally see all that when I am done doing my makeup. Like, when I use this stuff, the Conceal and Perfect, and I use these two powders, and, like, this concealer, or this one, or the e.l.f., I don't see all of that. So I guess what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to go finish off my makeup and then come back, and maybe by then it will have settled a little bit, because I also have to put on, like, bronzer and contour and everything as well. Maybe by then it will have settled a little bit and it'll look less porousy, I guess, because that is bad. I mean, it's not really settling yet, which is good, but I've only had it on for like 10 minutes. But there's that, you guys. Alright, you guys, so this is what my face looks like now that I have on, like, the whole shebang. I even did my eyebrows, like, see? I even did my eyebrows, and I never do my eyebrows. This is what it looks like. I will say, my kitchen light, I don't think is doing this foundation justice. I went in the bathroom, and it looks like, even in this light, like, where you can see all my pores and everything, in natural light, which means my bathroom has got a big old window, like, right next, like, right where I would stand by the mirror, I can see it better. It doesn't look this bad. I will say that. So I think natural lighting does it better justice than, like, I think it's an LED light that we have. But anyway, so just so you guys know what I have on, I used the, this palette for contouring. Mainly, I just used this shade right here, because I didn't want, like, a super harsh contour. I already told you what powder I used. I will say, though, I already had to go in and, like, reset it, just because I can feel the oil on my face trying to break through this. Anyway. And then for lipstick, I used this AOA Studio Smooth in Shore. I kind of broke it. So there's that. And then for highlight, I'm using the Revolution Strobe Highlighter in Holographic. And then I'm wearing my favorite mascara, which is this Fat Lash by AOA Studio. I didn't do bronzer just because I knew that, like, I didn't want to look 5 shades darker than what I am. So I didn't do bronzer. I already showed you the contour. And then for my eyes, I want to know, like, my actual eyeshadow. If you guys want to see a review on this, this is the Sahara palette by Alter Ego. And it pretty. But this is the palette that I used on my eyes today. And then I also used the AOA Studio eye kit brushes. So right now, like, first impressions are, this is an okay foundation. I am going to check back in after I get out of work to see what it looks like then. But it's been on for like roughly 40-ish minutes. It's 1 o'clock right now. And like I said, I can feel like the oil is getting ready to break through, which worries me. It has kind of settled into this line I have right here, and I can see like my smile lines, which I'm not surprised. But I mean, other than that, it seems to be doing pretty good so far. So I will see you guys when I get back home. Okay, you guys, we are back for my one and only check-in for this video for this foundation. I had the foundation on and set for the most part by 12:30 this afternoon. My eyeshadow and everything else was done by 1. So this foundation has been on for over 10 hours. It's 10:40, 10:45 right now at night. And this is what my face looks like up close right now. Again, I know, terrifying sight. Okay, so let's talk dirty details. Say hi, Mom.
No.
That's my mom.
I wish
Okay.
you told me you were doing that before I put my pajamas on and then just stuck my butt in the air.
Okay. I love you. Love you so much. She just flipped me off. Okay. Anyway. So this foundation is $1.88. I had to use 2 bottles to get the right shade. I have been taking notes all day, so let's talk pros and cons really quick. Pros. I did not want to see that, Mom.
You didn't want me to be on camera either.
All anybody saw was your back. When you bent over, your butt got hid behind my head. They're hearing you talk now, though, so this is the conversation. I will show them if you do that again. Whatever. Okay, so pros. This foundation is only $1.88, so the 88 cents does go to charity, so you are actually only, Shop Miss A is only keeping $1 of it. Miss A, it's a $1 foundation. I want to retract my earlier statement that I said earlier in the video where I said it settled into, like, my lines and everything right away, like my smile lines and stuff, because it didn't. It has settled now, like, terribly settled now, like, right here and into my pores and everything. It's completely settled in. But earlier, it wasn't that bad. So, the pros are, it's a very cheap foundation. The packaging is nice. It's a glass bottle foundation with a dropper thing. It's vegan, cruelty-free, lasts 12 months, so there's, so that's all great and good stuff. Cons. It is less than a fluid ounce, like it's 0.65 fluid ounces, so when you compare that to a normal foundation, you're missing 35% of what you would get in a normal foundation. It is not, by any means, full coverage. If you want full coverage, this is not it. It is not it for you, because I had to build it up twice, and then I put on so much powder, it was beyond ridiculous. And you could still see, like, my texture and my pores and everything, even underneath the, powder. It's just, you know, in real life, you're not going to be standing this close to somebody. You're going to be standing like this. And from this distance, for the first 7 hours, it looked fine. So it isn't a long wear foundation, I would say, because it did start to, like, break apart on my nose really bad at, like, 6-7 hours. And then after 7 hours, it noticeably settled here. It started breaking apart noticeably on my nose. It completely settled into my pores after that point. So I guess the big question is it worth the money? I'm going to say yes, because if I'm ever having like a good skin day, I would wear this again. If you have got dry to normal skin tone, I would say that this is also, you know, a good foundation for you. If you are oily, the combination, okay, sorry. My phone said I had no more storage left. Anyway, if you guys are like an oily skin type, I don't know why I said tone earlier, but if you are an oily skin type, I would not recommend this. I would not buy this if you've got like just straight up oily skin, just because this foundation is very, very oily. I had to set it 3 times with powder just to keep it from breaking apart sooner than what it did in like this area. So keep that in mind. The other reason why I would not make this like my go-to, there are 2 reasons why I would not make this like my go-to foundation. One, as I mentioned earlier, it is very, very sheer. Like, even after building it up twice, it is still sheer. You're never going to get it to build to a full coverage foundation, which I personally, if I'm doing anything, I want it to be full coverage automatically and then be able to, like, dial it back to make it, like, a more sheer coverage type thing or a medium coverage. And the other reason is while this foundation is only $2, there's not like a store that I can go to, like an AOA Studio or a Shop Miss A store that I can go to, you know, here in Michigan and buy this stuff. I have to order it online. Ordering it online means there is shipping. Now, you can get it during their $1 shipping things, and if that's the case, do it, buy it. It's a good foundation for that. If you cannot get it during that, there is like a $5 shipping, which takes this 0.65 fluid ounce bottle of foundation and makes it roughly almost $7. Plus, then you have to wait a week. So, for waiting a week, I would much rather just go to Meijer or Ulta or Walmart or something and buy my Milani. It is, I'm not saying it's not a nice foundation. It is a nice foundation. I think, like, in the areas, like, right here where I'm not so oily, other than the fact that it's settled after this amount of time, I think it's a very pretty foundation. That's why I said if you guys have got, like, drier skin tones or normal skin tones, drier skin types or a normal skin type, go ahead and purchase it, give it a shot. But this is not going to replace my favorite foundation. But I would wear it again. I would definitely wear this again. So I know this is like a confusing thing because I'm saying, you know, don't buy it if you have this type of skin tone or type, and then do buy it if you do have this type or anything. So I apologize about the fact that it's confusing. Basically, dry to normal or normal to dry, go ahead, purchase it. I think you would really, really enjoy it. Oily? No. If you are oily skin type, do not buy it because it is just like, it's gonna make you look like a grease rag. And then combination skin type, I would say, like, you would just have to make sure you're packing extra powder and not going to be wearing it all day because it is not long wear. Because it's only $2, I mean $7 if you include the shipping. It's glass packaging, it's vegan, cruelty-free, it's a really good foundation, honestly, as long as you don't mind, like, a sheer to medium coverage foundation. Now that I've repeated myself like 100,000 times, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm ready to take this off just because it's 11 o'clock now and I've been wearing it for 12:30 this afternoon, so 10.5 hours. I'm ready to call it a night. I need to wash some clothes, get some homework done. But if you guys like these types of videos, please give this a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button. We are almost at 100 subscribers, and I would really, really appreciate it so much if we could get to over 100 or at 100. I hope you guys enjoy this video. Subscribe, thumbs up. Let me know if you want to see a review on the Sahara palette. Just because, like, that stayed put. I've been wearing that eyeshadow for 10 hours. That stayed put really well. So if you guys want to see a review or a tutorial on that, leave it in the comments. Subscribe, like for the 3rd time. With that being said, you guys, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'm going to go wash this off and do some laundry. Alright, bye.